moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Cleveland Browns. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Great. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Get it.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Look at me, zipper. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Ready?
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to right into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive starts the game with a pick here.
But we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked them, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're as shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game here in this one.
Yeah, he needs to start heeding their advice. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They run with Hines. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Brian Burns in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the pressure gets to him again. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Now Minshew. It's caught by OBJ. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 15-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. There he goes left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis, 79 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. They'll run it. Here's Dillon. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
132 fighter. Hey, exit. 53's mine. Check. 50. Hustle.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This is taken at the 15. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They begin the drive with Hines. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
Now Jackson throwing again. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Let's go. Number 53.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you. If you
Still second quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On second and 11 now. Minshew. They go screen with Dillon. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
On the set. You draw quarters. Watch safety green. Watch safety green. Safety get it.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And he's able to get it out of there. And this is a pretty good kick. That's taken it around the 40. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. 2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Jackson. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there of 22. They'll run on 1st down. Hines. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Nyheim Hines. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And we'll remind remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Second down.
Switch.
Throwing on second and long. Jackson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 23 yards the pickup there. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it first and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning them into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Let's go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. He's check 3. 218. Chop. Check 15. Check 15. Let's go.
Minshew, first and 10. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down.
At the 35-yard line.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35.
15 line.
On second and 10, it's Minshew. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Intended for Calvin Ridley. Incomplete. Brings up third down and 10.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Check 9. Check General West. 5.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They got another first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Here's Minshew. He's going to air one out. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
On the default. It leads to second and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Army.